Well, we're back again. Can't believe I had to say that again. Because your boy caught the vid. It was not fun.
What sound effect should I add into that little space just now?
Oh, that's a good question.
I'm gonna find something to just like...
Yeah, you surprised me in the edit. Just complete boo. Yeah, we were supposed to go out. Well, people did go out this past weekend because one of our friends, Joel, is heading out.
And his wife.
And Nikisha. Yeah,
and
Joel and
Nikisha. Put some respect on her name.
I'm sorry. Joel and Nikisha, they are heading out to Ottawa. They're moving. So it's very sad. So we were all planning to meet up this past Saturday to just eat, kick it, and just share in each other's company one last time. And I found out on Friday, well, technically Thursday night, that I had to isolate because one of my family members caught the vid. So regardless of whoever had it, we all had to isolate for 5 days. So that sucked. And then later I found I had it. So I had to isolate too. And I was just like, ugh. I was like, the timing could not be worse. So I had to tell EJ, I had to tell Priya, I had to tell Joel and Nikisha, being like, hey, I can't roll up. Sorry. So, but y'all still went out. Y'all still had fun. And
now I'm solo dolo, bro.
You're solo dolo.
We were surviving together. And here I am. Like you know what I feel like, Eliott? You know what? When I think about it, fluff you. I'm mad at you. Because this is what you did to me by getting juked, okay? Listen.
All right.
This guy. No. This whole pandemic, me and Eliott, we've been like riding together through this, right? Mm-hmm. In my head, it's like we're stranded on a deserted island. Okay? And him getting COVID, it was basically him dying. In this stranded, deserted island scenario in my head.
Yeah.
So now that you got it, you're dead. And now I'm just surviving alone. So thank you. Anybody knows any plugs for some volleyballs? I'm looking for a Wilson, okay? Jeez, bro.
Oh, man. It's true. It felt like we were just dodging bullets in like a full-on battlefield, and I finally took a bullet, and now I'm dead. Now
I just had to watch my friend die? Like, what the fluff? No.
It was not fun. But yeah, so that happened. I mean, but now hopefully things will go back to normal, and
you missed a wild event.
Yeah, you were telling me about that. I don't know if you want to talk about that or...
what do you mean?
I don't know.
You can't. By all means. Listen, let me tell you guys something. When you have a podcast, you look at life differently.
It's very true.
You see life differently. When you're just any kind of creative, life is different. Yeah. You view it differently, right? So if I experience something that can be a story for the podcast...
Oh, we're telling it.
I'm going to tell it.
All right. By all means.
Depending on what the story is. I'm not always going to say people's names, you know? Yeah. But I'm going to tell the story.
Yeah.
So check this out, okay? Dang, where do I even start? This is crazy.
Yeah. This story was wild when you told me.
This is crazy. Listen, okay? So like Eliott was saying, we're going to hang out one last time in Barrie before Joel and Nikisha head off to Ottawa, right? This was like that scene in Fast and Furious when Paul Walker's driving off.
Just split off.
This was like that, right? So we were like, it's going to be it. We're going to go to our spot. We're going to get the food that we all get together, and we're going to enjoy ourselves. So we're at this restaurant, and we finish eating, and now it's like 11:30-ish, right? So we're like, all right, it's time to head out. Like back in the day, it would have been like 2 a.m. before we head out. Now 11:30 is pushing it. I'm tired. Okay, so we're leaving, and leaving this restaurant. Anyone who lives in Barrie, it's Donnelly's. Okay, that parking lot, there's like a parking lot, maybe like a block away, right? So we're walking on our way to the parking lot. And at the corner, before we would turn right, we see a group of guys just huddling around something, okay? Kind of like vultures. And as we get closer, remember, it's Saturday night, 11:30 p.m., okay? Keep that in mind, okay? You see these guys, they look a little bit off the goose, you know? So there's one, as we're walking up, he just says it. He goes, "Oh, this girl needs Jesus," right? So now it's like, oh gosh, like what is happening, right? And actually, before I say anything else, the people that were with us was me, Priya, Joel, Nikisha, Daniel, my brother-in-law, and then our other friend Chris. Okay, so we walk around the corner and we see what the guys were looking at. These 3 girls, okay? Judging just by looking at them, I'd say late teens, early 20s, okay? So my initial thought is it's Saturday night. It's almost midnight. Somebody had a little bit too much to drink. Friends are taking care of them. None of our business, right? So we keep walking a little bit, and something in us is we just keep looking back, right? So we look back, and this one girl is like, she looks slumped, like slumped, right? So we're like, wait a second, like, do they need help? You know?
Yeah.
Just the thought pops in our head. They don't look okay, right? And anybody who knows us and our group of people, we spent how many years of our lives being like youth leaders?
Yeah.
Right? So the way our brains work is we see youth and instantly kick into youth leader mode, right?
Yep.
So Priya's like, okay, don't all of you come up at once so it looks weird. Like, let me just go see what's happening. So Priya goes over to these girls. Hey, you guys okay? Like, what's going on? Friend of the slum girl. No, we're not okay. We need help, right? And the moment they say we need help, we all like just kick into that mode, right? So we're like, all right. So what's going on? Because this girl, like when I say this girl is slumped, she is
Ragdoll.
like ragdoll, right? And like not in a good way either. Like she's got club clothes on, right? And everything's falling out of these club clothes. Like she's not in a good way. It's chilly outside. It's cold, right? Her friend is drunk herself, just not as drunk. Like we could speak to her. And then there's a third friend who's sober, who at the time we didn't know was concussed.
Oh, whoa!
Which is why
I did not know that.
Which is why she was sober, right?
Oh.
So before I continue this story, that's the context. Let me give you the names, okay? Sober girl, we're gonna call her Bump, because her head, right? For her head. Drunk girl that's not slumped, we're just gonna call her Drunk, okay? And then we're gonna call Slump girl Slump, okay? So Bump, Drunk, and Slump. Those are
like
the
the
characters.
Three Stooges out here.
Those are the characters of this story, okay?
All right.
Now continue. So Priya's talking to these girls, trying to figure out like what's going on, right? Drunk girl is loud, right? Drunk girl is yelling at Slump girl, going, "Sober up right now," right? As if you could just snap your fingers and, you know.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, let's get her some food. Maybe let's get her some food, right? Because McDonald's is like maybe like 2 blocks away, but this girl can't walk, right?
Yeah.
So Joel and Nikisha, you guys want to go get some food? Cool, we're on it. So go to McDonald's, get nuggets, fries, whatever, just something simple, right? Daniel, my brother-in-law, go to the car, get a blanket because it's cold outside. She has no clothes on. So Daniel goes. Now me and Chris, we're staying back. We're just kind of keeping an eye and making sure no one else interferes. As Priya takes care of these girls because it's 2022, and helping helping girls as a dude is a dangerous game, right? So we're just watching in case there's like some emergency that happens, right? But Priya's taking care of this right now. So the plan is to walk these girls over just to the parking lot. So when Daniel brings up the car, we can like get her in a warm place while we figure out what these girls are gonna do. Okay? So Priya and drunk girl are trying to pick up slump girl. But it's dead weight. Like it's dead weight. Like she's
like
right?
heavy.
Not happening, right? She's a small girl, but dead weight is dead weight.
Yep.
And when you're like in that state, it's not just like picking up a solid object. She's like a very fluid object. like head is just you know? So we get her to the car, put her in the back, and we're talking to them. Like, what was your plan here tonight? These girls had no plan, right? Which makes me think back to how old they look. Old enough to be able to drink and get into wherever they were going.
Yeah.
But not old enough to, like, have a wise escape plan. You know? So we're like, okay, where do you guys live? Do you live far? Drunk girl and slump girl live in North York.
Bruh.
North York.
No.
Right? We're in Barrie right now.
Yeah. Why are you here?
At midnight. Like, what?
No.
Bump girl lives in Angus. For those of you who don't know, that's like 20 minutes away. Okay?
It's a little better.
So we're like, okay. You have the Uber app or something, right? Drunk girl and bump girl both have the Uber app, but neither of them have the money or like a valid card on the app to pay for the Uber.
Oh boy.
The only person with a working card is Slump.
It's Slump.
Is Slump Dog Millionaire. Yeah. But she can't open her phone. There's a lock on it.
Yeah,
They're sitting there asking her, what's the code? She can't talk. Like, it's not happening. Right? So, Joel and Nikisha get back. And this is, okay, this was a funny moment. Shout out to Joel and Nikisha. We said that we're like, yo, go get some nuggets or some fries or something. Right? Something easily, that you can eat easily. This guy Joel, he came back with a slice of pizza, but it was like vegetable pizza.
Oh my gosh!
Yo, so it was like a deluxe. It had the green peppers and everything.
The tomatoes, yeah.
Granted, I don't know. Like that could have been the only slice they had. I didn't ask him. I just thought it was funny because I'm like, this guy came with nutrients, right?
Yeah.
But so her friend's trying to feed her the pizza. It's not happening. Yeah. It's like past the point of you can eat anything. Like, matter of fact, get the pizza way before she chokes. Like,
yeah.
Right? So, sitting there. And also, Bump Girl is telling us that she's scared to take them to her house because she doesn't want her mom to get mad at her. Right? And we're sitting there like, that should be the least of your worries right now.
Yeah, right now it's just being alive.
Like your friend is not okay. They were talking about just putting her in the Uber and then sending it without going. And Priya's like, no. One of you needs to go with her because she cannot be left alone. So after quite a while, actually, of just contemplating what to do, right? And that's what makes this story tough. Because we live in a society where realistically, it should have been easy to decide what to do, right? Yeah. But we live in a world where helping people can get you in trouble.
Yeah.
Right? Like if Priya and Nikisha weren't there,
Oh,
I don't know. We probably would have just called somebody. Like
yeah.
I don't know who. But so Priya and Daniel Priya makes an executive decision. She's like, you know what? We're just gonna drive them. So throw all the girls in the back. Priya, Daniel in the front. And they drive him to Angus, bro.
Jeez.
So we're like, way to cut our night. Like this is how we're gonna end it. We're ending our final night together. Joel and Nikisha going to Ottawa, doing exactly what we spent our buried lives doing. Right? But like in like as Priya would say, the extreme version. Like in real time.
Literally. Yeah.
Right? So Daniel and Priya driving this girl away or to bump girl's house.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The girl's in the back seat. She's crying. Like it's a mess, right? So they get to the girl's house, and now it's like, okay, what is the plan? Like, what are you doing? Are you taking her into your house, right? Because we know your mom's gonna be upset if she hears whatever. Mm-hmm. So she's like, they start asking the girl, where do you want? Like, do you want to go home? Because she was in the back, like crying for her mom, right?
Jeez.
So they're asking the girl, like, do you want to go home? But remember, can't ask this girl nothing.
Yeah.
Can't talk to
slump.
her, right? So Priya puts her foot down. You, to bump girl, you're the only sober one here right now. You need to make this decision. Make it now. Because we just drove 20 minutes. We don't even know you. Make a decision. So the girl's like, okay, I'm going to drive her home, right? So now it's like, okay, we got to get this girl back into the next girl's car to drive her to North York, right?
Oh my gosh.
So now it's like, so Priya's like, is it okay if he puts her in the back of your friend's car? Drunk girl, I give you consent.
Oh yeah, welcome to this world. Welcome to 2022.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So Daniel scoops her up, throws her in the bump girl's car, and those girls drive off. But Priya is like, okay, here's my number. Text me when you guys get her into a safe environment and she's safe. Okay, just so we can sleep peacefully at night. Knowing,
Yep.
right? Because the last thing we would want is like to wake up to some tragic news story, knowing like, you know.
Yeah. And even though you had nothing wrong with it, you would feel some kind of way. Yeah,
exactly.
Absolutely.
So I think it's like 3:30 a.m. or something like that. We get a text from the girl. Okay, she's home safe now. Like, thank you guys so much. And we're like, okay, good. But bro, that's wild.
That's a wild night.
That's wild, right? And sitting there, and I'm thinking, like, as risky as it was in this day and age, right? I wouldn't have been okay just leaving, like just walking past.
I agree.
Like that, right? I don't think any of the people in our group would have felt that way either, which is why we did what we did. But I go to work. I'm telling them this story. Bro, when I tell you that I'm the oddball for thinking the way I think.
Oh, boy.
Like, there's guys talking about, like, they would never help a stranger.
Wow.
In that situation. Or like, what's in it for me? Like, just that kind of mindset.
Oh, okay. That's what I was going to ask. Was it just for fear of the potential situation that could occur, or just because?
I'm sure that would be in it. That would make sense. I thought about that, right?
Yeah.
But it felt like there was more to than just that. It was like if I don't know you, I'm not helping you.
Wow.
And I don't think like that.
Yeah, no, not at all.
If I can help, I will help.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
That's wild.
I don't know if you missed a crazy night or if you dodged one. I don't know.
Dodged one, yeah. Well, that was the thing, because he called me and said, "Yo, I got a wild story." And I'm like, "All right, I'm stuck in my room, so tell me what's going on." And he explains this entire story, and I'm like, "That is actually insane." like ironic that it happened to be our group that had to deal with it, and honestly, kind of a blessing for those girls. But yeah, that's wild.
Right.
And what you were saying exactly was the fact that in 2022, if it was just, as you said, Pri and Shayna weren't there, and it was just the boys going out and eating, and we ran into that, it would be a lot more difficult to deal with that situation.
We would have had to do something different.
Oh yeah, yeah. But again, in comparison, I don't want to speak for like, but you said the perfect example is when you told your coworkers that. I feel like for most guys, they wouldn't do anything. I don't think we would feel good about not doing something.
I wouldn't feel okay.
Yeah, I know. I agree.
Like, it's crazy. Like, I'm thinking like, how?
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't you want someone to help you?
Yeah.
You know?
Right? It's regardless of sex or gender. I don't care. Like, if you require help, I think it's just human nature to want to help.
And it was hard for me too, because I'm standing there as a man, right? And I'm watching Priya and this drunk girl struggle to carry this girl.
Yeah.
Right? But knowing like
what somebody could see.
I'm not gonna do it.
Right? What somebody could see, what somebody could feel in that moment, being like,
I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah. That's terrible. It sucks. But yeah, that's crazy, dude. That's a wild story.
So yeah, that's how that was our last. I shouldn't say the last. We're talking like Joel and Keisha are dead. They're not.
Yeah, no. They ain't catch it.
It's just the last easily accessible
time to
hang out time, you know? Now we got to plan an actual trip to Ottawa.
Yep,
if you want to go hang out.
Yeah. But yeah, no, nuts. And I mean, it's ironic that it was our group, but also like definitely something you'll never forget.
Oh, no, not at all.
Right?
I'm sure sober girl won't forget it either.
No.
Drunk girl might forget it. Yeah. Pretty sure slump girl forgot it.
The slump girl got it in another universe.
like she woke up with a hangover, and I'm sure she remembered that part.
Yeah.
But the night, I don't think she remembered it.
Yeah. And that's crazy to me too, that like, maybe it's just me, but I would usually, if I were to ever go and put myself in a situation like going out, I would have a plan of exit.
But see, that's a mature stance.
But like, how old were these girls? How old were they?
Like I said, old enough to be in there legally.
Yeah.
But probably not like the minimum requirement.
Like they just turned it and now they're okay. Got it.
You know what I mean? Like I'd say in 2019, like 20 or 19.
Yeah. Yeah. That's tough then. But yeah, that's because that's what I was saying. I'm like, you can't be coming out here, especially like downtown Barrie. You can't be doing that without a plan.
I mean, they're lucky it was downtown Barrie and not.
Oh yeah, like somewhere else,
more urbanized city.
Fair enough. That's true.
You know.
Yeah, that's wild.
Like if that was Hamilton.
Geez. Oh jeez.
With all the crackheads around. Jeez.
Cannot imagine. What was this? I was thinking about this today. Do you know what I think is stupid?
I mean, a lot of things, but
yeah.
Explain.
Clapping. I think clapping is stupid.
You think clapping is stupid?
I think clapping is stupid.
All right, you're gonna have to like unpack this one for me.
All right, so I've always like for some time I thought like, why is it that in order to show appreciation or some sort of like wanting to celebrate, we bang our hands together to make a sound? I've always found that so stupid to me. So I was thinking about this at work and being like, what are the little things that we do that like, if you really think about it, is kind of like dumb.
Okay, but like what else would you suggest we do? Clap our feet?
Oh, I don't. No, don't get me.
Clap our feet, man.
Or just cheer. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm not saying like don't do it. It's just like I'll probably still end up doing it. I just find if you really think about the act of clapping, I think clapping is stupid.
I mean, like, I'm not saying you think we should do something else, but
no.
For sake of conversation, what alternative is there?
That's true. I mean, don't clap. Just cheer, whatever, yell or whatnot. But I don't know.
But imagine what a yell sounds like without claps. It's a different connotation to it.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know.
Like that might be scary if people are just yelling without hearing claps.
Yeah.
Your brain goes into a different space.
Yeah. I don't know. I've all like thinking about it. Like, what was it? Someone was talking about like, dumb things that people do in like situations for clapping. Like, for example, if when you go on a plane and you finally land, do you ever get the people that clap that the plane landed safely?
I've heard it. I think that's weird.
That's weird to me, and that's stupid.
Because
like, why you?
Because I'm already nervous to go on this plane to begin with. I don't like planes.
Yeah.
And clapping when we get down makes me feel like you didn't think we were gonna make it.
Right? You knew something that I did.
Like. And if it's the first trip and not the trip home, that means I gotta get back on a plane again. And now I'm thinking about it.
Yep. It'd be like halfway there. And I'm like, nah. But yeah, I was thinking about that. It's like there's certain situations where, don't get me wrong, like I'm sure like in a concert it's great, you're in the moment, whatever. But like in reality, I just think clapping's kind of dumb. I don't know if I'm justified in this, but I think about this and I'm like, no, I don't.
I get what you're saying. It
Right?
makes sense. It's funny. But I don't think you are, because when you think about it, if you think about babies,
Yeah.
when babies get excited, they clap.
But that's what I mean. It's so simple and stupid.
But that means it's not a society thing. It's a
Don't
thing.
get me wrong.
I don't think when we're happy and we're like excited,
Yeah.
you know, it's like
It's
like when we're watching like the dunk contest with Joel, and somebody does like something dope, and if you're beside Joel, he's gonna like rough you up.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you just gotta get the energy out.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. Again, don't get me wrong. I don't think it's
clapping
societal.
your feet takes too long.
Yeah, just like that. Oh man. But yeah, don't get me wrong. I think it's just a personal thing. I was just thinking, I'm like, yeah, clapping's kind of stupid.
Imagine we all like cracked our knuckles instead.
Oh yeah, just being like,
You ever seen that video where these guys were at like some conference, and the guy's like, he got the whole room to be silent, and he counted down. He's like, we're all gonna crack our knuckles at the same time.
oh, what?
In like in a giant like auditorium kind of thing.
No,
So he's like 1, 2, 3, and he did it, and the sound, bro. I don't know if it was gross or satisfying. I can't tell.
it's that happy in between that line.
I don't know
there.
what it was, but it was something.
Oh, jeez. But yeah, I was thinking about that this week. I'm like, yeah, it might just be me, and I know I'm not justified in this, but it's just a personal thing. I think clapping's stupid.
Even seals clap, bro.
Yeah, it looks stupid.
Is that why you think that?
Yeah, maybe that's it. I look at other animals that just bang their hands or stuff like that to like show a level of affection or just.
You know there's people that study this kind of stuff, right?
I'm sure. Yeah.
Like that study like the weird
Isms
of society.
I want to bring someone on who knows this stuff and we talk about the isms.
Like why shaking your head means no, but nodding your head means yes.
Yeah.
Like
I want to talk.
There's people that study that and have like answers for it. I don't know them. I don't know the answers though.
There's some mannerisms that are just like funky. And if you really, really look into it, it's like, yeah, this is stupid.
Yeah. even like little weird things like societally, like how we hold flowers. I saw this like, you ever see those videos on YouTube of like this expert breaks down these scenes or like that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Like real chef breaks down crazy chef movie scenes.
Yeah, like in their mannerisms of what they do.
Those kind of things, right? So the one I saw, it was an FBI guy talking about like being undercover and spy stuff, right? Mm-hmm. An ex-FBI agent. And he was talking about they were trying to find this guy one time. And the reason they were able to find him was because Americans, when we carry flowers, like a bouquet of flowers, we hold it upright.
What do you mean upright? Like
the
right
stem,
side, yeah.
The stem is in your hand and the flowers are pointing towards the sky.
Okay.
Right? Europeans carry flowers with the flower part facing the ground.
What?
They carry it differently.
Why is that?
I don't know. And that's one of the things I'm saying. Like, there's people that study this stuff, right? but that was something they knew. It was like Americans don't do that. Like North Americans, we carry it facing up, right?
That looked
but in
funky
Europe,
to us.
they carry it the other way.
Huh.
So they saw him carrying it the wrong way, and they found their guy, right? But it's little cool isms like that I don't know why they are the way they are. But when you think about him, it's like, what the fluff?
Yeah. Whoa, that's cool. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
Isms.
Dang. Isms, baby.
There's a lot of isms, but that would be a whole episode.
That would be a whole episode. But yeah, I was thinking about that. I'm like, maybe I'm not justified in it, but yeah, I think clapping's stupid.
Like, imagine we clapped our elbows instead.
I can't. Yeah, that would just be.
Everybody just look.
I'm doing it right now.
That would look stupid.
Yeah. Congratulations. Woo!
Like, that would look wild.
Nah, it looked dumb. All right, let's talk about Will Smith. We didn't get a chance to talk about it, but
we did.
I know. No.
Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah, we
just talked about it with so many people.
Well, you didn't talk about it with me. Yeah, let's talk about it real quick.
I felt like we did.
No.
Oh, okay. Break it down. Unpack it.
All right, break it down, y'all. So here's what happened. Last week.
If you've been living under a rock, here's what happened.
Yeah, right? Exactly. Oscars happened. Again, as per usual, it was a very different Oscars in the sense that nobody was really watching it and it was pretty dead until this moment where Chris Rock was presenting an Oscar award. I'm not sure for what category, but you know Chris Rock. Chris Rock pokes fun. He's hosted the Oscars before, and so he likes to poke fun at celebrities and whatnot. So he's going through the ropes, and Jada and Will Smith were both sitting in the front, and Chris Rock made a G.I. Jane joke in reference to her hair. And Jada has alopecia. So she's lost a good chunk of her hair. She's talked about it online, and she's personally shaved her hair and said that she is empowered and she loves having it, whatever. So Chris made this joke, and everybody started laughing. And if you look at the video, Will is even laughing before Jada kind of gives a look of distaste from the joke. And after that, whatever, we cut back to him, and then all of a sudden, Will is getting up off of the stage. He's rushing Chris Rock, and then Chris doesn't see this coming, just gets a big old slap to the face. Big old slap. And everyone's like, whoa, what's going on? And then they go sit down, and then Will's just being like, keep my wife's name out your mouth, just in a more vulgar way, and says it again and whatnot, and it just made everything all awkward. Very awkward. I mean, when I first saw this, I thought this was a bit. I was like, this is a joke, right? And clearly it was not. So, yeah, Will Smith slapped Chris Rock live on television. Your thoughts?
I have a lot of thoughts.
I have a lot too. Okay, let's start with, is Will in the right for doing this?
You answer that first.
Okay, I'm saying no.
So Will is in the wrong for doing this.
I think Will is in the wrong for doing it.
All right, explain.
Chris Rock is a comedian. Mm-hmm. Okay, you don't have a right to go slap up a comedian anymore, or any person for that matter, because you found a joke offensive. I don't think that sets a good precedence for anything. There were a bunch of other people in the crowd getting made fun of, and I don't think that justifies you because you found something that wasn't even about you offensive. We're all poking fun. And the thing is, too, is that even if it wasn't Will, this is what annoys me with Hollywood sometimes. And you've talked about your disdain for fame and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. This only solidified it for me is the fact that Will, being Will Smith, was able to go up on stage in front of his peers, famous people, and national television for that matter, and essentially, quote unquote, assault. I don't think it was an assault. Like, the man slapped him, but yeah, assault somebody on stage and able to go back and sit down and then 20 minutes later win an Oscar for Best Actor. Only in Hollywood would that ever be a thing. If some random person decided to come up and slap Chris Rock, that person would lose their job. They would be fired immediately. But because it's Will Smith, and because he has level of influence in Hollywood, they kind of just weirdly swept it under the rug for that moment, and it felt weird. It felt icky. But yeah, I don't think you're justified in that. And I mean, and the fact that Will laughed at the joke prior to him slapping him just proves that. I don't think he was in the right for doing that. That's my opinion.
Is that it?
Hmm?
Is that it?
Is that it?
Is that it?
Yeah.
Like, you got nothing else?
Trying to think.
Like, tell me all your thoughts before I get into mine.
Okay, I'll take it, man. Okay. I think, okay, this might be a stretch, but from what I looked is that I also feel very bad for Will Smith.
Okay.
He's kind of been the center of all this unfortunate drama when it comes to his relationship with Jada. And like, I mean, Jada openly admit that she was cheating with someone with Will, and he had to listen and hear that in just silence. He's kind of just been the butt of the joke of a lot of stuff with that. So I feel bad. I think that Will is in a very, I think that Will might be in an emotionally abusive relationship with Jada. It looks like that to me. I could be completely wrong, but it looks like that. And I feel bad for him because he's losing.
Unpack that though.
Okay.
Why? Like, what makes you feel that way?
I think, for example, in that moment, she was the one that had a level of disdain in her face, and Will was thinking nothing of it. So I think whatever happened on that off camera before Will got up, I think Jada had something to do with it.
You think she brainwashed him?
It looked like it, because like if you look at the clip prior to,
do you believe brainwashing is a real thing?
Brainwashing? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So you think Will's brainwashed?
To an extent, yeah.
What is that extent?
I think the extent that he will do anything to kind of please his wife.
Is it that, or is it like she gave him like a look and like did some like sign language with her eyes that was like the code that activated it?
Yeah, but I don't think any coach should, but I don't think any coach should justify you going up and smacking the heck out of somebody because of a joke.
Okay,
and a lame one at that.
I disagree with that statement.
Really?
But I was gonna let you get it off though, because I didn't want to interrupt you. You know.
All right. Well, that was pretty much it.
I 100% disagree with you.
Okay.
I think you should get smacked for stuff.
For a joke, though?
Who's to say?
I don't know about that.
Humor's not objective.
All right.
Right?
Explain.
Humor
like, I get what you mean, but
humor is a subjective thing. Mm-hmm. Right? If you make a bad joke, I don't think how somebody reacts to it, you can get mad at. I don't think so.
I agree up until the point where violence becomes the answer.
I disagree.
I don't agree with that.
If you do something to somebody, you cannot get mad at their reaction. Whether their reaction is right or wrong, you cannot get mad at it. If you, Eliott, come to my house, right, and you make a joke about my wife, and I don't like the joke, if I smack you for that, you got smacked. Right?
Okay.
Now, as a comedian, too, especially as a comedian, too, I think you should expect to get smacked. If you can make a living at other people's expenses, whether the joke is funny or not, whether the joke is lame or not, I feel like if you can make money off of joking on other people, you got to take a smack if you get one.
Okay, so I agree with that.
Like it's no different. It's no different than when the people used to throw tomatoes. That's technically assault.
I agree. Now, what I disagreed with is now that you explained it much better. I agree 100%. You just got to be ready for stuff like that, especially in that kind of business. What I disagree with was the consequences after the actions. That's what I disagree with.
The consequences for who?
For Will. Do you think if it was anybody else, like say not a random person, but just somebody that wasn't of a status like Will Smith and smacked Chris Rock on stage, that they would be treated the same as Will?
Yes.
I don't agree with that.
I do. I think it doesn't matter who that was that did it. In that moment, the show had to go on. We know now that he's dropped out, which means they fired him or they kicked him out. But you could save face, so you can say you resigned, whatever. So there were consequences for it. But yeah, I think if it was anybody, I don't think it would have been different.
I don't know about that. I think that just be like if it was any like random worker at the Oscars, just somebody that didn't have a level of quote unquote status, they would have been immediately fired or reprimanded. Will Smith won the Oscar that same night.
But who's gonna fire Will Smith from the Oscar? Like you don't fire him. It's a club.
Well, and that's what I mean. That's why
they can't fire him. He's not working for them.
But that's what I find so icky is that you can just do something like that and then still be awarded something.
I mean, the award was already presented.
Well, yeah, and I get that.
I'll give you an example. NBA playoffs. Let's say it's the final game of the season.
Sure.
The person winning is going to win the championship. If I'm not a basketball guy like that, so let me give my example. Let's say it's the Raptors versus LeBron's team, whoever's on LeBron's team.
Yeah.
Right? And let's say this is like Kyle Lowry time Raptors. Okay? Final game, if Kyle Lowry got into a fight and got like kicked out in that game, but the Raptors still won, he's getting a trophy.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I didn't think about it that way.
There's still a what's the word? Production that has to go on, right? And I don't think they would have been able to just like audible it in the moment that quickly, right? But afterwards, we're hearing now like, oh, he's not allowed, whatever. But in the moment, I think if it was any of the people, like the celebrities, we're not talking about a random worker. A worker can get fired. But if we're talking about like the celebrities who were there, I don't think it would have been that much different in the moment.
Yeah. That's actually a good way to put it. I didn't think of it that way, yeah.
I hate the fact that it was Chris Rock because I like Chris Rock. I don't think the joke was that bad. But
it was not.
But the thing is, we can't say that. We can't say that. Some people take black jokes differently than I do. You know, some people take Mexican jokes differently than you do. And that's why I say humor is subjective. So it's hard to just be like, it wasn't that bad of a joke. You can't, like, true or not, the person who smacked thought differently. You know? But then also, I don't think he should have smacked him.
No.
I think if he was going to smack him, do it behind backstage.
Yeah, because that becomes your legacy. You tarnish it now.
Right? I don't think his legacy's tarnished.
Well, I mean, it's now a part of it forever.
I think it's 50-50. I think what I saw in reaction wise, it was pretty mixed. I think I saw some people that were like, "Oh, violence is never the answer," and then some people were like, "Sometimes you need a smack." I fully support getting smacked, not punched, smacked. I think that's one of those ism things. that means different things. If you get an open hand smack, that's like, I'm not trying to fight you. I'm not trying to start a fight, but you gonna know I'm here, right? If I have a fist, you swing back. You know?
Yeah,
So,
I don't know about that.
and in today's society, right? We talk so much about, we're in a soft society, right? And then when someone got smacked, it's like, oh, you can't do that. I think, based on the society we live in today, the climate of the world, that people have forgotten that there are consequences for your words. I think we think because of the internet that you can just say whatever you want to people, right? Without consequence. Whether the consequence is justified or not. You can't just say whatever you want to people. You can't, right? So if you say something to me and I get up and smack you in the face, I'll get in trouble for that, yes. But, like, that's my choice.
Now you know what it is.
It's my choice,
now you know what it.
If I don't like it, I can smack you for it. You know what it's like to me? It's like these like unspoken rules that we think are things that are not. I'll give you an example. Women fighting men. Right? We've seen those videos of like girls physically like hitting men and the man's not doing anything because men are not supposed to hit women. Right? But there's no rule that says we can't.
Yeah, it's true.
Right? So if you're punching this man thinking because he's a man he's not going to touch you, no. Like you very well could get smacked. Right? Not saying that's right, or I'm not saying that's right, but it's a thing. So am I mad at Will for smacking him? No. Would I have smacked him? No. Do I think he overreacted? Yeah. But again, like you were saying, I don't think that smack was for Chris Rock.
Yeah,
I think that smack was to society. I think that joke, as harmful to me in my eyes as it was, I think it was the camel that broke this, or I was gonna say the camel that broke the straw.
The straw.
The straw that broke the camel's back.
For who? Society or for Will?
For Will. I think he snapped in that moment.
I think so too.
Because let's think about Will Smith for a sec. Will Smith is one of like the poster boys of Hollywood. Right? He's always on his Hollywood thing. You don't see Will humanized really. You rarely see him humanized. He's always just Will Smith. Superhero almost, right? But kind of like you were saying, you feel bad for him, right? You think he's emotionally abused. I agree too, right? Because you have Will, who's always on his A game when it comes to showing face.
Yeah.
He is a human though, right? And then you have his wife, who is on her healing vibe with her Red Table Talk thing.
The Red Table Talk,
right?
Yep.
But she heals at the expense of putting their marriage out
On blast.
into the public.
Yep.
Right? And he just has to take it. That whole August Alsina thing, I have thoughts about August too, because I'll come back to him.
Yeah.
That whole August thing, she's the one that exposed it, not August. She put it out there.
Yep.
Right? And when it was all happening, she brought Will onto her show. Right?
Jeez.
Do you remember seeing his face?
Yeah,
when he was crying? And people memed it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So the internet gets to throw jabs at Will for how many years now? Right?
Yeah.
And then when he responds, he can't smack everybody. Right? How often actually are jabs getting thrown at Will in his face?
Yeah.
Right? I think it was one of those like on-site things. Like you said it, you're here, I'm here, get smacked. You remember when Will and Jada were on one of those red carpets, and that reporter tried to kiss him on the mouth?
Yeah.
And he smacked him? No one had it. Technically, he assaulted him.
Yep.
Right? No one said anything about that.
That's true.
Right? What if this might be Will's MO? Like, if you do it to me and I'm here with you, you're gonna get smacked. But Will's not going. He's not looking for people, you know. But if you're here, like he's done it twice. So I don't know. I think Will was fed up. I think that joke wasn't that bad, which is why initially he laughed, right?
That's what I mean, though, is that he laughed.
But here's the thing, even about a laugh. Some people can laugh out of awkwardness. I don't give the laugh that much strength. Because I'm the kind of guy who smiles in awkward situations. Right? You rarely see me like looking upset unless I'm like fuming.
Yeah.
Right? So it could have been like an initial like to show face. Then he looks at his wife, who's we don't know. We have no clue what their life is like behind the scenes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But from what she puts in the public, she doesn't really like the way she treats him in public is not the greatest. Right? So she gives him a look. You think he might be brainwashed, right? He might be traumatized. he might have trauma that he doesn't get to deal with, right?
That might be a better way to put it.
And then she's healing at his expense. So she gives him a look. And it's like, dang, like now I gotta go protect her. Right? And if you've ever heard Will talk about Tupac and heard Jada talk about Tupac, I don't know why she married Will.
Oh my gosh, right?
Right? And think about who Tupac was.
Yeah.
Right? So if Will even said he was jealous of Tupac.
Yeah, he was playing second fiddle to everybody.
But he was married to her.
Yeah.
Imagine being married to somebody and jealous of the guy that she's friends with. But you're married to her. That's a weird feeling. And you're Will Smith.
Yeah.
At the time, he was the Fresh Prince. It wasn't like he was just a nobody. He was the Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
Right? So throw all that into a mix, and then a bad joke can just, completely throw off your game.
Yep, I agree.
So I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I agree. Like again, don't get me wrong. I think from when I saw it, I was like, that was my first initial thought was like, dang, Will's hurting, like legit hurting when I saw that. But at the same time, again, I still just for me and just as this is just me personally, I don't think hitting somebody because you found a joke or words offensive should be the answer, especially from a comedian. I get that can be a situation where you just got to be prepared for that.
100%.
I know, and that's fine, right? But for me, it's like just expect. Like I'm sure comedians expect those consequences, but in no way is because you found words for me, words offensive that I'm gonna go and smack somebody. That's just me though.
See, no, because wars can start off of words.
Not when it comes to comedians like that. No,
words
not
are
for
words.
Me.
Just because it's coming from a comedian doesn't change the words.
Yeah, it does.
Words. How?
Because that's their job. It's their job to poke fun at society. It's their job
what?
to.
I don't have to like it.
That's fine, but that's their job to. If it was a random person telling those things, that's different.
Why?
Because they're not. It's not their job.
So if it was a random person that made the same joke and they got smacked for it, you think it's different than a comedian making the joke?
Yeah, I think it's different.
How? The joke is still the same joke.
I think just of who's saying it is different.
That doesn't make no sense, bro. Argue with me on that one.
I know, I'm trying to. Because I get exactly what you're saying. I get it. I just, for me, and I'm trying to explain it, I just see a difference.
Like, I'm fully in agreement that you shouldn't hit people.
I'm glad we're there.
I don't want people to think that I'm just like, yo, smack everybody that pisses you off. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, if you get smacked, I'm not faulting you for getting, like...
For smacking someone because you felt...
If it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No. Again, don't get me wrong. If you feel that you are justified in it, I can't even say that. If you just be prepared for the consequences, I don't think that smacking anybody should ever be the answer. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't think it should ever be the answer to what you feel if you get offended. Don't resort to violence. But,
see, I don't agree with that.
That's just me then.
I do, but I don't. Because it's hard to tell somebody not to resort to violence all the time.
I would encourage them strong.
We're humans.
I get it.
People. How many people piss you off, Eliott, and you don't think in your like, yo, you know how many people I've killed in my brain? Yo, if life was like Minority Report, we all would be in jail.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, again,
it's
I
instinct.
get that.
Some people just, especially at a breaking point.
Oh, yeah.
Like imagine, okay, think about that person that gets into an argument with their wife in the morning. And then they go drive to work. They're already in a bad state of mind. They're at a red light. It just turns green, not even a second. And the person behind them honks. That honk can set somebody off if they're already in a mood. Right? And I don't think we're giving enough weight to the state of mind somebody might be in.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying hit people. No. Don't hit people.
I know. But see,
I think there should be a little bit more grace for when someone does get smacked.
Yes and no. Like, yes, I agree. Like, again, depends.
Do you think a smack is different than throwing tomatoes? Because that was the thing, like from what
that
I've
was
known.
the thing.
Like,
yeah, like if you hated it or
boom,
somebody
throw tomatoes at them.
Yeah, some more. Yeah.
Do you think a smack is different than tomatoes?
Yeah, no, I don't.
So if Will pulled a tomato out of his pocket and threw it at Chris instead, would you feel different? Don't lie.
I'm trying to think. I think it would definitely see that would make
everybody
me convinced.
Would laugh. Everybody would.
I would
die.
laugh, and I would be thinking that's a bit. I even thought when Will smacked Chris, I thought it was a bit. I'm like, no, this is 100% like.
Even if it wasn't, let's go with the scenario that both scenarios are real.
Sure.
If Will pulled out a tomato instead and threw it at him, would you feel differently about the situation?
Yeah, I think I would if I was being honest.
But you said it's the same thing.
Yeah.
And that's why I think you can't get mad at the smack. Because if it's the same thing, but it's a tomato versus a smack, and if Will threw a tomato and we laughed at it, I think we're too judgy. I think we think too much about how people respond. Yes, don't hit people, but also like don't throw tomatoes at people.
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
But why? Like we detach it because the tomato hit him and not
because
Will?
That's maybe.
Just get out of here with that.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. That's stupid. That's why I think I was being honest. I'm like, I don't see a difference because you're still hitting somebody with something. But I think just the context of a tomato based on whatever entertainment stuff that we've seen, that we see it as like more of a comical thing than anything. It's not right, but it's probably how it is for most people in our brains.
You know what would have been crazy? If Will tried to smack him and Chris slipped it.
Yo. He's like, oh, Bobby Wee, baby.
Like there's so many scenarios where this could have went that would have been hilarious.
Bro. Dude, do you think
scenario one, Will walks up, tries to smack him, and this is like the worst scenario for Will. Chris slips it, hits him with a left, and knocks him out. Right? That would be the worst one.
Yeah.
Scenario two, Chris slips it and then runs. Because now, if you're Will, what do?
You're standing there.
Or do you chase him?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
scenario three, they both fight each other.
Like now you have to hit him.
Yeah.
If he's running, you have to hit him now.
Yeah, you don't got a choice. You're running after that.
You know what I mean? Like, oh man.
Right? Even if it wasn't a bit, you run to make it seem like a bit. You sell the bit. Yeah, 100%.
I heard Jim Carrey saying Chris Rock should have sued. What are your thoughts?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
That's a good question. I have to think about this because on the one hand, if it was regular people and you just smack somebody, yeah, you smack someone, be prepared for the consequences. You can't just go about random people and smacking somebody. I get that.
But that applies to the joke too.
I'm curious to see if under the I don't know the answer, but I'm curious to see if under the eyes of the law, if I made a joke in regards to a person and you found it offensive, you could charge me for something.
No, you can't get charged for a joke.
Okay, so then that's what I mean. So then you have no legal grounds of doing it.
But I'm not talking legally. I'm talking about consequences.
You're talking about suing. Suing in and of itself is a legal thing that you're doing.
I know, but you're saying regular people, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back to Cain Velasquez.
Oh, okay, let's do that.
Right? Do you think he was justified in shooting?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't, because it again.
I'm just asking.
Again, yeah, you're right. I don't condone it, but I don't take away from what he's feeling in that moment. Be prepared for the consequences.
That's what I'm saying.
But okay,
right? Here's the best way I can explain it. The reason I say don't smack people is because of the law. You can get in trouble for smacking people.
Yeah.
Someone can't get in trouble for a joke. Right? But take the law out of it and just consequences. Mm-hmm. There's consequences for a bad joke.
Yeah, absolutely.
The same way there's consequences for smacking someone for a bad joke. Mm-hmm. Right? But now, so like back to my question, do you think Chris Rock should have sued?
If it was anybody else,
throw any comedian there. If it was a comedian, do you think if a comedian gets smacked for a joke, do you think that comedian should sue? Not do they have the right to, should they?
That's tough. I can't speak for any comedian or for most comedians, but I think that majority of them probably wouldn't.
No, do you, Eliott, think they should? Not whether you think they would or wouldn't. Do you and yourself, person, Eliott Camargo, Eliott Benjamin Camargo, do you think that the comedian should sue if they got smacked for a bad joke?
No.
I agree. I think if Chris Rock sued, he lost his comedian card.
Because you put yourself in the position
like
to...
no jokes you ever make now, I'm going to take seriously.
Yeah, because now you're using the law to your advantage because you felt hurt. Yeah.
Now you can make fun of me and I can't do anything about it
because you're going to
sue me. Mm-hmm. That's not cool. I think jokes are street game. That's what I think. I think jokes are for the streets. I don't think jokes like the world of jokes belongs in the law. So I think Chris gets that. Right? Chris is from Harlem, the Bronx, wherever he's from, right? Which is why when they said, "Do you want to press charges?" He's like, "No." Cuz I think he knows like I just like bad joke, confusing why he smacked me, but bad joke. I got smacked. Yeah. Like this is like, that's street rules.
Yeah. He handled it with grace.
Once you bring the law to it, I agree with that too. I think Chris handled it fantastically, professionally.
Because he could have blowed it up. He could have been like whatever. No, he handled it the best way possible.
I think we talk more about Will in this scenario than we do about Chris, which kind of shows who's the bigger star.
Yeah, for real.
But I think Chris handled it like 12 out of 10.
Masterfully, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, that's definitely a complicated topic per se. But I think I was just annoyed with the fact that it was just Hollywood, and like even Jim Carrey in that same interview said that like he found all of them spineless for like not seeing what the situation that was occurring in front of their eyes and just clapping and thinking it was all okay.
Who invited Jim Carrey to this conversation?
I don't know.
Not like us talking about it, but like him having an opinion on it.
I think somebody asked him in an interview, so they just wanted his opinion.
That's annoying to me. I think Jim Carrey saying, "No, let me not say that. Let me not get in trouble."
Good catch. He's learned. If you want to go for it.
I think Jim Carrey, as a comedian himself, saying that Chris Rock should have sued is rich privilege.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Fair enough.
I say rich privilege because I don't want to go down the other route.
Yeah.
But
Fair enough. That's true.
like,
Yeah, that's all the stories.
What do you mean, bro? You offended someone, you got smacked. Take your smack and walk.
I don't know.
You ever been smacked before, Eliott?
Have I ever been smacked before?
Yeah. Like you ever said something to somebody and got smacked for it?
No.
That's why you think what you think. I strongly believe everybody should get smacked at least once in their life.
Dang.
I think so. It builds character.
I just watch what I say.
You do, but there's a lot of people who think they can just say whatever they want.
Okay.
And I hate
Fair
that.
enough.
I hate that.
I agree with that. There shouldn't
You can't just talk to me any way you want and then run behind the law. That's upsetting. That's upsetting. That's like the kid in class that bugs you on purpose, and then when you get mad and chase them, they run to the teacher.
Yeah.
Like, boy, if you don't like.
We talked about it last week. Like,
Yo.
You're that guy, that person you work with. You'll meet somebody that just doesn't take it, and you'll end up on the wrong side of whatever.
Bro, like, the smart thing to do that Will should have done is smacked him not at the Oscars.
Oh, yeah. That's a smart move.
See, that's the thing where Will, I think, was wrong. If you're going to smack somebody, do it not in a professional environment.
Yeah, you can't be risking your money out here.
Right? Like, if you're that kid in school that's bugging me and you keep running to the teacher, I'm going to find you when we're not at school.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to smack you.
Yep. And then what you going to do?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I said jokes are for the streets.
Fair enough. But yeah. You got something else before we close?
Bro, how long have we been talking?
Almost an hour, bro.
Bro, I got so many topics.
All right, pick one quick.
We don't got to go quick. Wait, what, you in a rush, Eliott?
No. But I'm just saying, like, I mean, if you want to go in for 2 hours, let's do it.
No, not 2 hours.
Yeah, okay. We're at an hour and 7 minutes now, so you got to...
Oh, we're past an hour. I thought we were at an hour.
No.
Dang, I got so many. Let me think. Oh, I meant to say August Alsina.
Yeah, you were talking about that.
He's releasing a book.
Is it like a memoir?
About the entanglement.
Oh, no.
Bro.
I'm going to read that book.
I can't give him points for that. That's foul, bro.
Yeah, that's bad.
Like, you're releasing it now after the Will smack?
That's called profitability.
Right?
I mean,
you released the entanglement song in the midst of the, like, August, bro. And the thing, and you know me, I love August.
I know you do.
Bro, that's not the move.
Yeah.
That's not the move at all.
Do you think that was a him decision or just his team's decision?
I think that's a him thing.
Really?
I don't know. I don't know. I have no clue. But I don't. It's not a good look.
I agree, just because he released the song when all that stuff was happening, and I don't think he's not releasing music when he doesn't want to release it. So I agree.
It's not a good look.
Yeah, that's not a good look. Oh man. All right, you got something?
Yeah, I have a topic.
All right.
It's not that deep.
That's all right.
But like I said before, as I walk through life, I notice things and I take them in differently. So, me and Priya, when we were in Barrie, we walked into Sephora because she had to get some stuff.
Okay.
And in Sephora, they were playing Summer Walker.
Oh, okay.
And I sat there and I'm listening to hearing Summer Walker in this retail store. Right? We're not in a car. We're not at a party. We're not, we're in a retail store. And I'm hearing Summer Walker. For those of you who don't know, R&B music. Mm-hmm. And I had a thought. I was going to text you in the moment, but I was like, nah, I'll save it for the pod. Mm-hmm. I think that R&B music is the superior retail store genre of music. I think when R&B's playing, it makes you want to spend some money. I don't know why, but there's something about it. Like Summer was singing and the song was playing, and I was like, "Yo, I might just drop my wallet just at the cash. I didn't do that.
Good.
But it made me feel like that, right?
Yeah.
And then we walked into a different store. We went into Dynamite, right? And Justin Bieber was playing. It was like a Justin and Post Malone song.
Okay, yeah.
And it did not feel the same. It was a completely different vibe.
Yeah.
I put my wallet right back in my pocket.
She's like, let me hold that back.
Bro, it was crazy.
Jeez.
What do you think?
So the ambiance in terms of R&B versus other genres of music. That's interesting.
You never even thought about it, have you?
No, never. That's a very interesting, because I think I agree that especially in like retail stores, they're usually playing a lot of like radio, so very modern day pop music. So that's what you're kind of just been filtered through and whatnot. So when you hear something different, like Summer Walker, because you ain't hearing Summer Walker in retail stores. You ain't hearing R&B in that. Yeah, I kind of get that. That's interesting.
Think about the OVO store.
Yeah.
You walk in there, you're like, I walked into the OVO store one time and I heard Chris playing. And I love Chris, so I might be biased.
Yeah.
But I heard it and I just felt like buying stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You walk into a Foot Locker. Foot Lockers usually have urban music playing. It makes you want to buy stuff. Not when I'm hearing Carly Rae Jepsen singing "Call Me Maybe." I don't want to buy nothing.
Do you think it's because of the lifestyle that certain artists, like these artists, like portray?
Maybe
in like their music videos and what they post. That I think might have a thing to do with it. But also, I think I agree with you. It's the fact that retail stores just saturate the radio stuff, so you're hearing like Ed Sheeran and Justin Bieber. No offense to Justin Bieber, I love him, but his pop stuff like 24/7. So you get tired of it, right? But you hear something new, and it doesn't even have. If it's like R&B, you're feeling some type of way. I agree.
I don't know. I might be biased, so I encourage any like you guys, if you go the next time you go to the mall and go into a store, pay attention to the music that's playing. And then pay attention to what you feel.
Yeah.
Because because even after the summer song, Trey songs came on in the same Sephora store. Right?
Who's on this playlist?
I don't know who had the aux, but good for you. Right? But I'm listening to it. I'm like, yo, it just sounds expensive.
Yeah.
It sounds like I should drop a couple bills, but I ain't got none. You know? Maybe I want to go to the ATM.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, that's interesting. And I think, music, like one of the, I think, perfect example of this is, for example, like Christmas time. And they're playing like the jolly Christmas music in like a Hudson's Bay. That invokes some level of feeling, absolutely.
I wonder if there's an actual psychology
there has to be, dude.
To retail store music.
There has to be.
Because I just noticed, I sat there and I was like, yo, it wasn't even a Summer Walker song that I know. Right? So I can't even say like I was biased to it because I don't know that. I just knew her voice. And I was like, yo, this makes me feel some type of way.
Yeah.
You know? And like I've heard hip hop songs in stores before. I didn't get the same feeling when I heard the R&B.
Yeah, especially because hip hop, there's a lot of like mainstream hip hop songs that like everybody knows, so it just becomes bland. But yeah, when you hear like very low key, like Summer Walker or some other R&B artists that are known, but just not their music is popular, that's when it,
I wonder if it's the key and the BPM.
Ooh.
I wonder if that plays a factor.
What was it, like a faster song, or was it like kind of a more...
It was more slower pace. Which
so like
that's the thing with
75,
R&B.
80, yeah. Yeah.
R&B is usually like slower, more like vibier than just like, yo, this beat knocks, you know? Maybe that's it.
It might be it too. And I mean, also, there are certain stores that it'll work and it won't. Like, I can't be playing Summer Walker in an EB Games and being like, I want to drop some bills. Or maybe, I don't know, actually.
You never tried
That's
it, bro.
true. That's true.
You never. Summer Walker has a song called Playing Games.
Oh, true. I'll just go. I buy 7 PS5s.
With Bryson Tiller. You walk in there, you walk out broke.
That is true. I'm sure there is a psychology study to that, but that's very interesting. I never thought about that because the last thing I'm really thinking about is the music that's playing in the retail store. I'm just trying to find what I need and dip.
Not me, bro. I pay attention to everything that I shouldn't when I'm living life. Like everything that's not the main thing we're focusing on right now is what I'm paying attention to.
I like that.
You know what I mean? So like I walk in and I'm looking at like when I'm in a Sephora especially, I see another guy walking with his girl, and I start looking at him to see if he feels uncomfortable, if he doesn't want to be here, if he wants to be here and support, like, you know what I mean?
Yep.
I pay attention to everything that is not what we're here for.
What we're here for. I like that though. Yeah. That's fun. There you go. All right, but yeah, I'm gonna keep that in mind next time I go to a retail store.
Yeah,
see how it is.
Let us know actually let us know if you just know now. If you work in retail, that.
Yeah, they got to put some music on to be like, this helps sell more stuff. Yeah, interesting. But yeah, there we go. Alrighty, we're gonna wrap this up with question of the week. Question of the week.
Question of the week. In honor of my boy Joel for
shout out
for getting Slump Girl the pizza.
The za.
he sparked my thought on this week's question of the week.
Ooh.
Do you think vegetables belong on pizza?
It's a good question. Do they belong?
And I know how you feel about pineapple, so like let's not talk about that.
Okay.
But like vegetables, like peppers,
peppers,
tomatoes, mushrooms, like onions. Like, do you think those things belong on pizza?
See, my favorite pizza is like a deluxe pizza, so that stuff. So I would personally say yes. I think it does.
I am the complete opposite.
All right.
I think vegetables on pizza is a sin. Okay. I think, Eliott, you need to repent now.
Why do you not think it? Why?
Because
why should they not belong?
Pizza, like why are you putting vegetables on pizza? You trying to be healthy?
I just like the texture. It's good.
Bro. I don't listen to me. I'm a texture guy.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm big on texture.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like food textures that can't decide what they want to be.
That's a really good way to put it. Wow, okay.
So I feel like
that.
I feel like with a lot of vegetables, when you cook them, they're like this weird soft, but has a little bit of a crunch. And it's just like on the spectrum, you know? I don't like that. Either be crunchy or be soft.
Don't be a middle.
But
Don't play in the gray.
I find that vegetables on pizza are usually that gross in between.
Because of the heat, and it's just making them shrivel.
I don't like peppers on my pizza.
I like peppers.
Like if I ever saute vegetables for like a burrito, I undercook them because I want more of a crunch.
Oh.
Right? Even just when I cook regular vegetables like broccoli, I like it to have a crunch. I don't like when it's soft because it's never going to be like mashed potato soft. It's going to be like a soft that's like not fully soft, but it still has a bite, but the bite is not satisfying. And now I'm upset. Like, bro.
It's fair. So you're just strictly like meat. Your hams, your meats, all that stuff. Yes. Nothing else. Okay.
I'm okay with herbs.
Okay.
Like you throw a basil on there or something, you know?
Okay, so then what about pineapple then?
Pineapple's an anomaly for me.
Okay. Because that kind of is the middle ground between like a crunchy pineapple and like soft weird. So, but I get that. That's an anomaly for somebody.
You know why? Somebody. Because pineapple, like, it's not crunchy to begin with. Like you don't bite a pineapple and it crunches. You know what I mean?
So it already has that in between texture.
If you bite a pepper, like a bell pepper, when it's raw,
you won't hear.
It has a crunch.
Yeah.
Like they use bell peppers to make zombie sounds and bones breaking in like movies. You know what I mean? Pineapples don't have that when they like to begin with. So so it's more just like a warm pineapple.
Okay. That's fair. Yeah, no, I mean, again, I don't think there's a real, because I mean, pizza is what it is. So I don't think there's really anything that doesn't belong on pizza to people, which is unfortunate because there are things that shouldn't be on pizza. But yeah, I'm cool with vegetables on pizza. It's not my first
How do
go-to,
you feel about
but
warm fruits?
warm fruits?
Yeah. Do you feel like fruit should always be cold?
Cold, yeah.
Never hot?
No. Only like the only way I would have it, it's like an apple pie, like a hot apple in like apple pie. Everything else, I think should be cold.
So you don't like do you like fried pickles?
No.
I hate fried pickles.
Thank you.
I think they're the most dangerous food known to man.
Why do you say that?
You should sign a waiver before you eat a fried pickle.
Yeah.
Because it's just like eating a stick of hot
butter.
like,
It's just
like hot water.
yeah, you're gonna burn your mouth.
And it explodes.
Yeah, for real.
Right? So you bite that pickle that just came out the fryer, and a pickle is like just water. So it's hot.
Hot water, bro.
And then you bite it and it bursts, and now you're just dying because hot lava water is touching you.
Oh man.
Who invented that?
There's some people who invent some dumb foods, bro.
That's a weird fetish.
That is
Hot lava water, bro? No.
hot lava water in my mouth. Yep,
No,
I want
bro.
that.
I hate that.
Yeah.
I don't like fried tomatoes either because of the same thing.
Yeah, fried tomatoes is weird. I wouldn't want that.
It's hot. It's just dangerous. No.
Yeah. Yeah, but there it is. Question of the week. Do you think vegetables belong on pizza? You can let us know.
I want to see a poll for this one. I'm probably gonna lose. I'm probably gonna lose this one.
Yeah.
But you know what? All my meatitarians,
Meatitarians, baby.
all of you who believe in the meat necessitiism, stand with me on this.
Yep, that's for real. Before we wrap up, I forgot to mention, you and we're gonna go see Lucky Daye next week.
We didn't even get to the Grammys, bro.
Damn it! Too focused on Will.
Lucky
You want to
Daye-
say anything quick?
Lucky Daye won a Grammy, guys,
He did, bro. Oh my gosh.
for that Table of Two album too.
That album is something.
Bruh. I just want to let you guys know, when I say
Yeah.
that I'm the plug for the music,
It's
believe
no
me.
lie.
Believe me when I say it.
Like, oh, it's ridiculous. And it's great because we have very similar taste when it comes to music like that. So anything that you like, I'm probably gonna like.
We didn't even talk about Chris.
Oh, and Warm Embrace. Oh man.
Freaking Will Smith.
Damn it, Will. Why are you doing this
Ruined
to
the whole
us?
episode, bro. Took all the time.
I know. Bro, The Two of Us by Shay Jennifer, dude, that's been on repeat.
Fire,
dude.
right?
Oh,
Fire.
That song is something else, man.
I wish we could play music on this. Just snippets,
Yeah.
just to give you guys an idea of what we're talking about.
I think we can though. I'm gonna double check this, but I think we can.
But it's hard to do it like through like the way that we're recording though.
Yeah,
If
while
we were
we're
like
talking
in the same
live.
space, maybe.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I get that. But yeah, we're gonna go watch Lucky Daye next Wednesday, and I'm super excited.
Oh.
It's our first concert we've been to like together in like
since the Dream Junkies,
when was that? I can't remember when that was.
Joel knows.
Yeah, but yeah, so we're gonna go watch that, and I'm
That
excited,
was a
dude.
long time ago.
Yeah, so we're gonna figure it out.
I think we might have been great at like 11
I think so.
because
But anyways.
because we took the train. I didn't even have a car, so that's
That's right,
a
yeah.
long time ago.
Yeah, we took the GO train down.
Oh, this is long overdue.
Yep, 100%. Actually, do you know what? I'm gonna find out right now. Give me 1 second.
Lucky Daye. Oh, and Silk Sonic won a Grammy too.
Bro, they won
They
4.
they won a lot of Grammys.
Yeah, bro, the clean sweep, baby.
Like, they
clean
killed it.
sweep, dude. And well deserved.
Bro.
Like they
I can't front.
absolutely.
I can't front though. I was a little bit sad for Eric Bellinger,
I saw him there. I was like, oh wow, he's at the Grammys.
but he lost to Lucky Daye.
Oh yeah.
You know, so it's like when you're watching like as an R&B fan, when it's like watching two of your boys beef,
Yeah.
or like watching like two of your boys are both playing in the finals together against each other.
Yeah.
So like you're gonna be
Yeah.
happy for one, but dang, like that sucks.
Yeah. 2015.
2015.
Yeah.
That's what,
So it's
7
been
years ago.
7 years ago.
I haven't been to a concert in 7 years.
Well, and I mean, what way to go back, right?
Am I really a music fan? That's crazy.
But anyways, guys, if you got comments, topics, things you want us to talk about, you can DM us on Instagram at conflict and interest on Instagram, or you can email us at conflictandinterest@gmail.com. Follow on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts as well. Leave a written rating on Apple Podcasts. Really does help boosting promotion and advertising for the show. As well, we're on YouTube. Full visuals and timestamps will be on there. So you guys show us some support. Go subscribe and like the video. But anyways, EJ, where can they find you at, man?
Instagram. This is Juwan. 96.
Easy peasy.
That's it.
There it is. I'm so pumped for Lucky Daye, dude.
Bro.
I just keep thinking about it. I'm pumped.
Bro, I saw him post that he lost his voice and he canceled the Charlotte show.
Yeah.
And I was like, please have it for next week.
Yeah. Yeah.
You better rest,
For real.
boy. Like, you better rest. Rest.
I'm trying to see this live, man. I'm trying to see you just destroy, man.
I'd be so sad if he.
Oh, dude. And to see him, like, honestly, it was $37.
It wasn't, yeah.
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 I was like,
Because he's
yeah,
pretty new. He's still a pretty new act, right?
Yeah.
But
see,
but now we can say we're going to see a Grammy winner, fam.
Oh, yeah. And it's funny, too. I didn't even realize the amount of songs he was even featured on. Like, Kehlani's album, he's on it. And I was like, wait,
that's
what?
the first verse I ever heard of Lucky Daye.
Yeah. And I didn't even realize.
And
I was like, yo.
I thought that verse was tough.
Yeah.
I thought it was so dope. I actually remember I went to my mom. I was like, what do you think of this guy's voice? She was like, meh, it's nothing. But now I put her back onto like his actual music.
Dude.
And everybody I've shown Lucky Daye is like, yo, this is dope. I played at work. Like, what was the song? Karma. Not Karma. Karma's tough, though. I played one of the songs.
Karma's tough. Yeah.
And everybody just like, yo, what is this? Yo, this is dope. Lucky Daye.
Lucky Daye.
Lucky Daye.
Lucky Daye's in it, guys. Go listen to him.
Crazy.
That man is sick. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening, and we will catch you guys next week.